So I know what I would really like to see is for some of my favorite restaurants to take a cue from, say, Domino's or Pizza Hut or Papa John's. These restaurants where you go online and you want to make a pizza and you can build your own pizza and you go, I want double pepperoni or I want barbecue sauce instead of marinara sauce or, what have you. You have the basic pizza template and then you pick and choose and add stuff into it. Well, what I think would really benefit is, let's say there's a place like Red Robin's that you go to, it has a pretty standard fare burger selection, and I want a barbecue bacon cheeseburger, and the standard with that would be, say, bacon, a patty, cheddar, barbecue sauce, and like onion straws or something, and with white bread. Now from there, you should be able to select, hey, instead of cheddar cheese, I want American cheese, or instead of a white bun, I want a wheat bun, or, something to that effect, so that you can custom tailor your order to exactly what you want. And it would take, a matter of seconds to just select all the different options, as opposed to going through and talking through the entire menu list. Now, taking that concept, I can see you go one of two ways with it. The first way is having an actual device on the table, like let's say a cheap tablet that you could do all these actions on the tablet at the table while you're in the restaurant, which would definitely save you a lot of time while you're at the restaurant from the whole ordering process in general. You could just sit there, and as soon as you're ready to order, you just hit order. The server comes by and goes, this is what we're seeing. Is this correct? Do you agree with it? And you don't have to go through the whole process of, well, does it come with onion on it? And does it come with mayonnaise on it? I want to make sure it doesn't have this. I want to make sure it doesn't have that. Nope. You just see it all immediately once you pull the menu item up and you select what you want. Now, the benefit of having this kind of in-store device would be the fact that you could also have a button on there like drinks. Like, hey, we're low on drinks. We'd like refills, please. It's just a single button. You click it, and it's like a call steward button on an airplane. You reach up, you click it, and they know that somebody over there has an issue that needs to be dealt with. Well, similarly at the restaurant, you could have the call drink button, and your server knows that your table needs new drinks, and they'll come by and make sure they get refilled. Now, the other thing you could do, either in addition to or as a standalone thing, is by developing a iOS or Android app that lets me pull up on my phone or my tablet as I'm on my way to the restaurant and be able to reserve a seat, and for that seat I can already put in our order and have it going. And you could have like a card on reservation so that the company doesn't waste money by making food for people that don't show up. And from there, I can sit down, and it can be 10 minutes until the food is already carried out to my table and ready to go. Now then, admittedly, this might not fit very well with your really upper class dinners that you're about to spend $120 for your meal. But for the places that people typically go every Thursday and Friday night, your Buffalo Wild Wings, your Five Guys Burgers and Fries, your Red Robin, all these kind of places could really benefit from them, and it wouldn't really offset the environment. I mean, Buffalo Wild Wings, for instance, has all the games that you're always playing on there. So having something on the table that I can order my food with, well, that's not going to seem weird to me at all. And most of the time, you already know what you're going to get by the time you've walked in the door, or you're very close to it. So going through this whole rigmarole of waiting for the server to come over and waiting for them to then get your drinks to come back and then order and all that, I mean, you could just already have it ordered and going by the time you sit down. And if you process your payments through the same app, you could also really speed up the process at the end, because let's face it, in a 2-hour dinner, maybe 30 to 45 minutes of that, you actually have a meal in front of you. The rest of the time, you're just sitting there waiting, either waiting to order, you're waiting for your food, or you're waiting for your receipt or the check. So what I think this is going to do is it's going to really speed up the process with which you actually get customers in and out of your restaurant. For instance, at Buffalo Wild Wings, On a Friday night, there might be a queue of 20 or 30 people, and if you can just speed up the process by 10 or 15%, that's a lot more customers they're actually going to seat, because once you reach a certain capacity, sitting there in the entryway waiting for food, you're just turning away customers when they walk in the door.